recording. So, in and if anyone needs the document link, come in is okay. Um, so we were in manage sets. We created this set, this physical titles filtered for computer file um, using the indication rule, and it came back with what we expected to see. So we had 47 items that were marked as computer files, and we can tell from the titles uh, that they are, in fact, uh, equipment of some kind. So now, um, so we have this set here under record, and we have our rule and normalization rules. Where we were looking for example. And this was the one that we wrote to change the leader and the 008 fields. And okay. So I guess the question is now, who knows what we do next? Because we think we ran it on this first one already. Uh, okay, so here's one that we haven't run it on yet.
So would the next step be running it on
Oh,
all of them?
you guys may have been talking and my headphone volume was entirely down. So apologies. I was sitting here going like, it's totally silent.
Would our next step be running it on all of them?
Yes.
So would we create a job
Um,
since we already have the set, right?
yeah,
We
okay.
have the rule.
Mm-hmm. So and is it, no, do we want like, it's a physical title, right? It's the content type that we, nope. Uh,
Bibliographic title?
oh yeah. Synchronize. Mm. Um, this one? Initial normalization? Or okay. Time to go. Okay, to apply to a set, create a process using the Mark rule normalization or DC rule normalization task. Specify the normalization we'll create with the MD editor. Once you create a process, you can run a job. Okay, so then we need to create a process. Yes, okay, this is coming back to me from 2 weeks ago. Um, okay, we are creating a normalization process. On the profile details page in the normalization process tab, like add process. Okay, it says config resource catalog metadata. Vocabulary. General. Oh, under Mark 21 Juliet graphic.
I thought they did. It's been longer than that.
Okay, so add process. Name. Oh, let me add Carvis. Okay, as course, no. Hold on, just gonna go back. I'll make sure we're naming this in some kind of chain. Format. Tasks. the required task. Okay, marked rule normalization test. Marked rule normalization. Okay. And okay. We have created it. Okay. Now run a job and type is that and change item format from computer file and physical titles filtered for computer file. Correct key. Okay. It's only 47 records. It should go pretty quickly. Okay. While we are doing this, so let's take some notes. We had the indication rule. We have a norm rule. Okay, so what did we do? We created a Mark 21 bib normalization process. And that was configuration. What was it under? Yes, resources, catalog. Make sure I actually. Okay, so we went to metadata configuration, active profiles, Mark 21 bibliographic, normalization. And this was and then had us choose a task to add to the process. And we added a one, two, then we choose normal. All right, let's see where that job. Okay. Do okay. Nothing got get. Ah, okay, so then if we go to if we just do a physical title search for what's in one of those sets. Laptop. Ooh, well, these got changed because it's no linguistic content. So an external process has changed the original record. It is recommended to no thank you.
They may not have been changed because they were, because they're open.
Oh, okay. Well,
The release all.
oh, where is
It's-
that?
Yep.
Okay. Do we need to run the job again?
Probably.
Um, okay. Wait, which one was it? That wasn't. Oh my goodness.
I think you had the word format in that job. I wonder if you can search for it that way.
Okay.
I think it was format. Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Our change item format. Okay. Set. Next. Next. Watch pop. view those numbers. Changed. Okay. So we now have visual material, got medium of equipment, no linguistic content. And let's see what it says in the record. Okay, so let's see what the warnings are. Okay, so is this another one we need to add then? So anyone have any thoughts?
That subfield is subfield H. Equipment wasn't one of the,
Not part of controlled vocabulary.
yeah, from the old cataloging rules. They had a list of defined terms that would go there. Really, I would just ignore that warning.
Okay. It looks like there's Ralia.
Yeah,
I
but
think they-
you could change equipment to Realia, but you could just ignore it as well.
okay.
It's not a shared cataloging record that you're gonna put out nationally or whatever, so it doesn't
Got it.
matter.
And honestly, for my team, I think they'll understand equipment a lot
Little
easier.
bit
than-
better.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep the jargony terms out of here.
Okay, so I think we did it then. Do we think we did it? Like
Yeah, I'm spot checking a few records on my side and it's definitely looking good. I mean, the fact that a
Yeah.
Chromebook bag is no longer listed as a computer file is already a huge win in my book. So thank you.
Cool. Okay, so then I think the critical thing to do is to make sure that we have like recorded this process as accurately as possible, so that in addition to our meeting notes, we're providing like clear and organized documentation of like how we did a thing. So I think it'd be good to like get an outline of what we've done in the last 3 meetings started, and then we can fill in the details or I will work on filling in the details, and then we will be able to have that document to share as a use case, like with the instruction. Um, so, all right. I'm gonna create a new document. And we're gonna do a, what shall we call, um, using an indication rule to create a set that needs to be changed from normal. Maybe that's a subtitle, but um, I'm gonna put this here. Okay, so we started way back on March 22nd. And so our use case was uh, the first thing we did was figure out where that was coming from. If I'm reading our notes correct. Determined type, was that type of, yes, type of record. Uh, and then what do? We investigated eight. This is gonna need a lot of screenshots and links. Like, okay. Then we wrote indication rule to item. Okay, and then the next meeting, we looked for a norm rule that was similar. And then we actually created, what was the, it was like, it was one rule with multiple rules, but that's not what they called it. Let's say multi-part rule. Customized normal. We tested on a single record from the set. We tweaked. And then today created a norm process. And then ran job. Uh, not against the, ran the job on the set. Okay. Does that look like an extremely high level outline of what we did?
Yes. I think, no, just kind of reading the process. I feel like if I read this in a few months, I could probably kind of tap into my memory and kind of follow along.
Yeah. And I will, yeah, I'll basically take our notes and try and like, I'll put in like, I'm gonna create space so I know the outline.
But if you're creating this for somebody who wasn't at this meeting, yeah, this is high level.
Yeah, so I want to do, so it needs, okay, this needs the resource links that we used or consulted. Resource
Mhm.
links we consulted. Screenshot of the field
Mhm.
and menus.
And will a bottle of bourbon help some people? I'm a tea drinker, so it won't help me, but you
Yeah.
know.
If
Thank you.
only we could embed bottles of bourbon in Google Docs.
I mean, I don't drink, but cataloging is kind of making me want to. So
Exactly my point. You know, you can only
and
throw tea back with so much verb, you know?
example of the code. Okay, I think if I can flush this out, which is just going to be like, I want like the part of me that wants to not be nerdy says this boring part of flushing this out with all the details, but it won't be boring. It'll be exciting to me to like get this really great resource together. And then but it's gonna take some time. And I'll probably like have to go through the process again to do the screen grabs. But
What would be really helpful, I think, because we seem to get stuck last meeting on trying to find the right syntax. So like a syntax primer or
mhm.
some sort of guidepost to creating the proper syntax.
Because yeah, that's really where there was that whole um
Contents versus control
yeah,
contents
yes,
versus
the replace versus the change.
and
Right.
which numbers to use. You know, is it the 7th position or the 8th position or that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And those are called like mark field positions. Uh, Yeah. I'm gonna no, there- actually the syntax. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just kind of like flush it out as like a uh like we chose okay. Um Yeah, I think this will be a really cool cool tool for people to be able to refer to. And then maybe we now just need to like practice slash like process check this. So if we have another use case for our next meeting that is the same kind of a a set of records needs something in the bib changed so that we could use this process again, but using different uh, fields, then I think we could fine tune, possible places where, we're not providing enough detail or it creates confusion or where someone might need an external resource link to, figure out what it is that they need to select. So uh, our first meeting, some of our ideas. Oh, dog, scratch my door. So we might find if somebody knows that they have items that are listed as books that are not, which I know I've seen in a couple of places, then maybe we could try that on some. So yeah, how does that sound? Like kind of checking what we're documenting with a similar use case. And
That sounds
today,
good to me.
okay, and today is
Yeah.
the 19th, which means, yeah, so our next meeting is May 3rd. I had this like, oh, is it during eLuna? Or are we gonna not have one? But yeah, I think if I can get this all typed up and I will share this documentation to the link so that you guys can kind of check over it based on your memories if you have time. And then so we can go over this at the beginning of the next meeting. If someone can bring a use case from their institution that we can tackle, and then we can go through this documentation and essentially like successfully repeat it, then we'll have like another use case to add to this, and then we can share it out to the group, and then we can try something else like using norm rules on import or something. I don't. Or those of us going to eLuna will come back and be like, oh, mind's blown. We could do these 8 million other things. So if that sounds good, my face is beginning to hurt and we got to go pick up kids from school. So I will send out an email with links to both things and the recordings. I got last meeting's recording up onto YouTube. So if you want to review that, and then we'll see you all in 2 weeks, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Good work,
Yeah.
everyone. Thanks
Yeah.
for poking around in it with me.
Yeah. Thank you for fixing my records. I appreciate it.
It was a nice test one because it wasn't like, 20,000 film records or something. So And it will be exciting to like figure out how to do this in a sandbox environment, maybe, and not mess things up. So, okay. Take care, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.